Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that's not going to be returned as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone and will start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Sit high.
They begin on the ground with Guerendo. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there at holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Guerendo on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Here we go. Out.
Fields on the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He gets away from 1. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's Fields. Dancing to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Returning it, here's Spencer. A strong running. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Don't jump. Ready?
Again, it's Guerendo. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Fields throwing again. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll roll him out right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. He'll dump this off to Cook. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to let it go again. That is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Dorsett on the return. For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to Dorton. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Here we go.
They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff here, Guerendo. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Easy. Here we go, son.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Bills are able to move back in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And Oliver able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Guerendo. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's... They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go, son. That's right.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's got it down to the 28. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On play action, Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Russell. Down the right sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way down to the 5. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A handoff, Dorsett up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Here now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. All eyes on Fields. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Don't jump. Ready?
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.